Welcome back to my channel, Rare Coin World. Today's video is going to be very amazing because we will talk about 5 different coins: the $1, the half-dollar, the quarter-dollar, the Jefferson nickel, and the Lincoln penny. So please watch the entire video carefully and don't miss any part. Let's watch the video. Today's coin is one that people handle without even thinking about it. Yet some rare pieces are quietly selling for surprising amounts online. I am talking about the Liberty $1 1978. If you own this coin, it might turn the tables for you. And that is why I said at the start to stay with me till the end. The value, according to eBay and other auction platforms, could shock you, and knowing how to sell it the right way makes all the difference. The 1978 Liberty dollar is part of the final year of the Eisenhower series, a moment in American coinage history when a major design was coming to an end. Because of that, many collectors want this last year to complete their sets, which increases demand. Most 1978 dollars were used heavily, especially in casinos, transit systems, and daily transactions. This heavy usage created scratches, dull surfaces, and worn edges on most surviving coins, making clean, uncirculated examples more desirable and much more valuable. This coin came from 2 major mints, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, while the Denver coins carry a small D. Even though millions were minted, very few have the sharp strike and clean surfaces that collectors chase. The final year factor also plays an important part, because collectors love having the last strikes of any series, especially when those coins were heavily circulated and difficult to find in top condition. Collectors pay close attention to details on the 1978 Liberty dollar. Small differences in the thickness of letters, minor doubling on the date, cracks on the reverse, die Polish lines, and weak or strong strikes can drastically affect demand. Online platforms show clear evidence of this interest, with exceptional pieces auctioned for premium prices. Any unusual feature can boost value, but condition remains the ultimate deciding factor. Coins stored safely for decades, untouched by circulation, can appear with bright luster and crisp edge details. These high-grade coins are exactly what buyers look for. Professional grading services often award grades like MS65 and MS66 to the best preserved examples, and once a coin reaches that level, the price listed on eBay and other auction sites increases significantly. A common circulated coin will not bring much, but the rare high-grade survivors can attract strong bidding. Competition. Another reason the 1978 Liberty dollar is gaining attention is the shift in collector interest. Modern collectors appreciate coins that represent historical transitions, and 1978 marks the end of the large dollar era before America introduced smaller dollar coins. The Eisenhower design, the large size, and its final year production make it a standout collectible. This historical significance adds emotional and market value. At the same time, online sales show a wide range of prices, from very low for worn coins to surprisingly high for uncirculated or error pieces. Some buyers look specifically where forgotten pocket change often hides unbelievable value. Today's video is all about a coin that many people ignore but collectors are quietly hunting for online. The Liberty $half-dollar 1972 looks ordinary at first glance, but if you have the right variety or the right condition, this coin might turn the tables for you. I said at the beginning that you should stay till the end, because the price according to eBay and other online auction platforms might surprise you, and the selling method can decide whether you earn a few dollars or a few hundred. 1972 Liberty half dollar belongs to the Eisenhower era of American coinage, a time when half dollars circulated heavily and took constant wear from everyday use. This is what makes high-grade survivors extremely valuable today. Most 1972 half dollars were quickly spent, carried in pockets, dropped on counters, and tossed into cash registers, which means very few remained in sharp, brilliant condition. The few that survived untouched are the ones collectors chase. Minted. At Philadelphia and Denver, The 1972 half-dollar carries important distinctions. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, while Denver pieces carry a small D. Even though both mints produced millions, the rarest and most valuable pieces are the ones with crisp strikes, clean surfaces, and bright luster. These qualities are difficult to find because the coin circulated widely and was rarely preserved by the public. Collectors pay close attention to small variations on the 1972 half-dollar, weak strikes, die polishing lines, slight doubling on letters, die cracks across the Liberty inscription, and extra metal around Kennedy's hair can all increase a coin's desirability. On eBay and other online platforms, these minor variations attract bidders who understand the scarcity of perfect examples. Condition remains the biggest price booster. A 1972 half-dollar in normal circulated condition will not sell for much, but an uncirculated example with great eye appeal can bring in several times its face value. When professional grading services award higher grades like MS-65 or MS-66, the price instantly rises. Collectors love bright luster, sharp edges, raised details on Kennedy's portrait, and a clean reverse showing the eagle with strong feather patterns. Another reason the 1972 half-dollar is gaining attention is the growing interest in early modern American coins. New collectors entering the market want coins that tell stories. This piece represents a transitional time in American history, shortly after major design changes and during years when coins experienced heavy use. The wear patterns, mint differences, and rare sharp strikes make the 1972 half-dollar a fascinating target for buyers. Online platforms such as eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections show a wide variety of selling prices, the rare errors and high-grade pieces consistently. 1967 Liberty Washington quarter lying somewhere in your drawer. It might just turn the tables for you. This single coin has surprised collectors around the world, and after the intro you will understand exactly why. Stick around till the end, because I will tell you how valuable these quarters are, according to eBay, live auctions, and other online platforms, and how people are selling them for shocking amounts. And as always, in the last minute you will know how you can check your own coin. But instead of revealing the final price right away, I want you to comment price in the comment box, and I will personally tell you its exact value and the selling procedure. 1967 Washington quarter comes from a very interesting and transitional chapter in American coin history. This was a time when the United States Mint had already removed silver from quarters due to the nationwide coin shortage of the early 60s, which means the 1967 quarter was minted in a special environment where the mint was focusing on mass production, speed, and stability. The country was shifting rapidly, the economy was evolving, and coin collectors were adjusting to non-silver quarters for the first time in decades. Because of this, many unusual varieties were created along the way, some of which are now incredibly valuable. 1967 quarter was struck at a time when the mint completely stopped using mint marks. This was done intentionally to prevent collectors from hoarding new coins, since the government needed the public to keep coins in circulation. That single decision resulted in millions of coins being minted without mint marks, which may sound normal today, but was highly unusual back then. And whenever the mint makes an unusual change, collectors, 50 years later, suddenly find themselves chasing rare pieces that slipped out during the busy production run. 1967, the mint produced these quarters using high-pressure and high-volume methods, which led to errors that now make certain pieces extremely valuable. Some of the most sought-after coins include double-die obverse pieces where the letters appear slightly doubled, off-center strikes that show part of the design missing, thick planche errors, die cracks that create dramatic lines across the coin, and even coins struck on leftover metal planches from previous years. These rare mistakes are the very things buyers on eBay and major auction houses are paying huge premiums for today. Now, what really makes the 1967 Washington quarter exciting is not its basic version, but the rare varieties and high-grade pieces that stand out from the millions produced. Collectors today are constantly searching for coins with the sharpest details, the brightest surfaces, or unique minting flaws, because these coins are the ones that explode in price. A regular circulated 1967 quarter may be common, but a perfectly preserved 1967 quarter with a stunning sharp strike can sell for many times its face value. Today's video might completely change the way you see the old coins lying around your home, because if you have a 1981 Liberty Jefferson nickel, it might actually turn the tables for you. This coin has become a surprising treasure for collectors online, and after the intro you will understand why it has started gaining attention on eBay and other auction platforms. Stick around till the end, because I will tell you how people sell this coin for impressive prices, and how you can also list yours correctly. But instead of revealing the final price here, comment price in the comment box and I will personally tell you its exact value and the full selling procedure. The 1981 Jefferson nickel enters American coin history at a time when the United States Mint was transitioning through changes in die preparation, metal quality, and minting consistency. While the composition of the nickel remained the familiar copper-nickel blend, the striking process in the early 80s was known for producing interesting varieties, subtle flaws, and unique features that today have become highly collectible. Every nickel minted during this period carries its own story, and some have details that stand out so much that collectors will pay far more than face value. The design itself is already a classic. The portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse had been used for decades, but the 1981 strikes often show sharper relief or unexpected softness, depending on the die used that day. This inconsistency created unintended variations that today become valuable identifiers. Some 1981 Jefferson nickels show doubled lettering, die-wear lines and steps on Monticello that are unusually well defined. For collectors, a coin showing full steps is like striking gold, because it proves the coin was struck with fresh dies and preserved with extraordinary care. The Philadelphia and Denver mints both produced these coins, and each mint had its own quirks. Some of the most valuable 1981 nickels online today are those with clear full steps or rare die errors that slipped into circulation. These include broad strikes, off-center mintings, die cracks forming dramatic shapes, and even coins struck with misaligned dies. These are the very coins that appear on eBay and private auction sites with surprisingly high bids. What seems like a normal nickel at first glance can actually be a rare mistake worth far more than its 5-cent value. Collectors searching for 1981 nickels today look for both condition and anomalies. High-grade coins preserved in brilliant condition have shown strong performance in auctions. Some have even sold for amounts that seem unbelievable for a coin that most people overlook. And this is exactly why it is important to check every 1981 nickel you find, because the mint's production style in this era leaves room for exciting discoveries. The history behind this coin. Today's video is going to be extremely important for anyone who collects old coins or has a box of pennies lying around, because the 1976 Liberty Lincoln penny might actually turn the tables for you. Many people do not know that some specific 1976 pennies listed on eBay and online auction platforms have sold for prices that almost no one expects from a simple 1-cent coin. So after this intro, stay with me till the end, because I will tell you exactly what makes this coin valuable and how people are selling it for impressive amounts. But in the last part of the video, just like always, instead of mentioning the final price here, you will need to comment price in the comment box. And I will personally tell you the value of your coin according to online platforms and guide you step by step on how to sell it. 1976. Lincoln penny carries a remarkable place in coin collecting history. While 1976 was officially the bicentennial year of the United States, The Lincoln cent was the only coin that did not receive a special bicentennial design. Yet that fact actually makes this penny even more interesting, because it was minted in massive numbers. But only a small number survived with the precision, sharp details, or rare errors that are now sought after by collectors. Every one of these coins carries the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has stayed iconic since 1909. The 1976 penny is part of the copper era, meaning it contains the precious high copper content that collectors love. This is the last decade before the mint switched to the modern copper-coated zinc pennies. This alone gives the 1976 penny added collectible interest, because the original metal composition makes these older cents more durable and aesthetically appealing, especially when found in bright red or red-brown condition. Online collectors searching for the 1976 penny are often looking for sharp strikes, unusual color preservation, and specific mint errors. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced these pennies in huge quantities, but some coins from each mint show faint doubling in letters, die cracks, off-center strikes, and misaligned dies. These specific features raise the value dramatically on platforms like eBay, where collectors are constantly searching for these varieties. One of the most exciting details about this coin is how dramatic some of its mint errors can be. There are examples of 1976 pennies with broad strikes, clipped planchets, and die breaks that create dramatic raised lines across Lincoln's portrait or the Lincoln Memorial. These unusual marks are the very mistakes that transform a basic penny into a high-value collectible. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side is especially important when inspecting your coin. Some 1976 pennies have clearer columns, sharper details in the stairs, or extra thickness in the lettering of United States of America or 1 cent.